Assalamu alaikum and welcome back. We are ending the show off with someone very exciting that very excited to speak to. It's Munira Carrim, and she is the ambassador of World Hijab Day. And this is something that's really dear to my heart because, yes, all us hijabis, this is like a day for us. So, Assalamu alaikum, Munira. Welcome to the show.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, Yasmin? And
Alhamdulillah,
Jazakallah for
shukr, and
calling me.
you?
Alhamdulillah, shukr.
Only a pleasure, man. We haven't chatted in a while, and I know the last time we chatted was also about World Hijab Day a few years ago when we did a
Yes,
campaign at the Wits University, if I recall.
that's correct.
Um,
Yes.
yeah, as a World Hijab Day ambassador, what does this role entail, and what has inspired you to take part in it? So that's my first question to you.
Okay. So what inspired me? Basically, I only went into hijab like maybe 2 years after going for Hajj, and I went for Hajj in 2010,
Mhm.
and yeah, it was it was a decision that I took, like I say, after I went for Hajj. It's obviously that's a life changing, life altering journey, and it gave me a chance to introspect on what is important and to learn more about my faith. And only after going for Hajj did I realized that there's so much that we can learn about our Deen, and obviously realizing that it is first and foremost a command from Allah Ta'ala. And that is the reason that started my journey initially. So, yes, I transitioned from, just a jeans and top girl with open hair to then wearing the hijab firstly, and then gradually moving to wearing full abaya and hijab. And then, alhamdulillah, I am now in full niqab, hijab, and abaya. So,
MashaAllah.
yes, it's been a journey and it's been a transformative journey. And I hope in this answer as well, it will give people the inspiration that everything that you want to do to please your Allah, it takes time. And if your sincerity is there, He makes it all easy as well. In saying that, I would also like to just expand more on my actual role as World Hijab Day
Mhm.
ambassador. And
Please
I would
do.
like to, yes, I would like to stress that it involves, serving as a representative and advocate for their mission, which basically includes raising awareness about the significance of wearing the hijab. So through this, we promote understanding and respect for diverse cultural and religious practices, and also we try and foster a sense of unity and inclusivity. So in doing so, as an ambassador, I actively engage with communities. I love sharing personal stories, and I encourage people to participate in events that encourage dialogue and also dispel misconceptions.
Mhm.
And the reason why I was actually inspired to become an ambassador was because of my deep passion for promoting cultural diversity. I live in the town of Lenasia, and on the outskirts, we have our informal settlements of Tembelihle and a few other informal settlements. And working with people that are less, more disadvantaged than we are, we learn so much from them. But also, we have a responsibility to help them, learn more about our deen. And obviously, the hijab is a symbol of our faith, it's a symbol of modesty and identity. And once we have that identity of togetherness as hijabis, as Muslimas, it creates, it eradicates the barrier, for actually crossing over and saying, okay, this is the difference in our culture. We now understand the similarities in our faith.
Yes,
Mhm.
mashallah. And it brings us together. And it's also an understanding. You get a better understanding. Like you say, you love the stories, you love the untold. I love untold stories. And I always love listening to women talk about the hijab because everybody's story is different.
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely. Can you, before we play your video, we know we've got a really good video that we're going to be playing. I want you to tell me when is World Hijab Day for our listeners who don't know?
Okay, so generally it is celebrated on the 1st of February, but for the past few years, we have realized that, sometimes the 1st of Feb and, making all events come through on the 1st of Feb is difficult, especially if you want to get people together. So, generally all over the world it's celebrated on the 1st of Feb, but we have events that runs throughout the month of
Perfect.
February every year.
Oh,
Yes.
mashallah. That's great. Yes, because I think it needs a month, not a day. I think it needs every day actually. Yeah.
Yes.
But yes,
Yes.
it is significant. And what is the message that you're trying to send out with this? I
To
know you always
everyone.
have a hashtag tied to it. So what
Oh,
is
you
this
mean
year's
what is the
hashtag?
theme this year? So this year
Yes.
it is hashtag veiled in strength. And I think if anything, if we look at the past months, activities that have happened, the atrocities that are happening across the world that are affecting Muslims currently, I think that the theme is so apt when we say veiled in strength, because it's only through, again, being a united ummah that we understand the strength that we bring to, to our deen. So veiled in strength is, it can be taken in so many different aspects. As an individual, how strong does your hijab make you feel? What does it actually give to you as a person for your identity? And also collectively as a community of hijabis and Muslimas, what strength does that provide to us? So again, we are encouraging people to please share their stories. What around the theme veiled in strength, what does that mean to you when you are veiled in strength? So again, encouraging people to share their stories. They can send it to us. They can hashtag World Hijab Day, WHDSA as well, so that we can share your stories as well on our platforms.
Okay. And how do they reach your platforms? I'm sure it will be in our video now, but can you share
Yes.
that for our listeners?
Sure. So if they want to get through to the South African platforms, we are on Instagram, WHDSA, or World Hijab Day SA on Facebook. They can also email us, worldhijabdaysa@gmail.com. If you really can't get through to any of those platforms, I'm on WhatsApp on 072 037 6032. And then also the World Hijab Day page is World Hijab Day. You just have to search on Instagram or Facebook. So when you're
Okay.
sharing your story, all you have to do is tag our pages at WHDSA and World Hijab Day, and then we'll share your stories as well.
Perfect, perfect. Jazakallah so much for that and coming on onto the show to share more about that. I know we are pressed for time, so we're going to end off with the video that you've sent us. Jazakallah so much, Munira, for taking the time
Shukran.
out. And yes, I'm going to be hooking up with you guys soon with the hashtag veiled in strength. Jazakallah
Yes.
so much.
Yasmin, sorry.
Yes, 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 sure.
Sorry, I actually forgot to just mention if they can actually just, keep an eye on the pages for the upcoming events that are happening in South Africa where
Hmm.
they can also participate. Yes.
Great stuff. Jazakallah
Okay.
so much, Munira.
Jazakallah.
Assalamu
Assalamu
alaikum.
alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Jazakallah so much to all our guests. And I just want to say thank you to La Udud for the sponsorship of these amazing NPOs that's the focus of the show, is that for businesses to come back and give back to the community, and by giving back is sponsor airtime for dynamic um, dynamic NPOs and NGOs that need the airtime and that need to showcase the amazing work that they're doing in the community. Jazakallah again to all our guests and all our listeners. Thank you so much for the time. And we end off with this amazing video by World Hijab Day. Jazakallah. It's the 12th annual World Hijab Day, by the way. Let's go into the video. Assalamu alaikum.